Fellas, I figured out exactly what you're looking for. It is not happiness, because happiness you're never going to find externally anyway, because happiness is an inside job. What you and I as men are looking for is fulfillment. This inner peace, a sense of significance, a sense of meaning, like what we're doing matters. And let's go into my gym, and we are going to talk about this today, because I have figured out exactly what a man's most fulfilling mission needs to be. So first off, welcome to my gym, BK Strength. This is my private gym. Many of you have seen this on the YouTube channel. And what's really cool about this, by the way, surprise, surprise, we have a guest, Ed.
What's up, B?
This is the legendary Ed, by the way. If y'all don't know who Ed is, if you're watching the BK show and I'm talking to the guy behind the camera and I'm like, yo, Ed, that is Ed. He is a videographer extraordinaire. Brown belt jiu-jitsu.
Yes, sir.
Jiu-jitsu brown belt, and all-around badass. Hey, what are you doing here?
Just working out, killing time.
Working out, killing time. Now look at how he kills time. He kills time by working out. Most people kill time by fucking around and going to Starbucks or sitting in their car and watching videos just like this. All right, man, have a good workout. I'm gonna make some content for these guys.
Sure.
All right, so what is the thing that men are looking for? We're looking for a sense of fulfillment, right? If we're looking for a sense of fulfillment and not happiness, because happiness is an inside job, there's three things that a man needs. And this is where fulfillment, significance comes from. This is where you start feeling like you have purpose, right? How often have you said, man, I wish I could just have purpose. If I had a sense of purpose, I would feel like I'm part of something bigger. Well, let me tell you something. So three of my coaching clients, three very unique coaching clients, helped me come to this realization. The first one was a pro NFL football player. He went on to go to the Super Bowl. They ended up winning, and he ended up getting a nice little Super Bowl ring, and then retired from professional football. And then he lost his sense of fulfillment. He lost his sense of happiness. He lost his sense of purpose, right? The second person was an entrepreneur. A good friend of mine, again, was a coaching client and became a good friend of mine. And this guy created this massive real estate empire over a 5-year period, sold it, and then all of a sudden got into a depression, got into a funk, and felt like he lost his sense of meaning and fulfillment. The third guy was from the military, special operations community. And he left the military, and the words he used with me he was like, man, I feel like I stepped off the speeding train. What we do in the military, especially in special operations, we're always on the speeding train, missions, kill or capture, reconnaissance, and then boom, you step off the speeding train and this train passes by you, and all of a sudden you feel like you've lost it all. You don't have your sense of meaning. You don't have your sense of significance. And I was like, your fulfillment? He's like, yeah. So what exactly is all that? So here's what I figured out from a guy in special operations, a guy who played pro NFL football and went to the Super Bowl, and a dude who was a 9-figure entrepreneur who built and sold his business and then all of a sudden fell into a slump. Hey guys, quick interruption to the show. Let me tell you all about the Keuilian Wellness Shot. If you're like me and you care about your health, hydration, and building a strong immune system so you can stay active and you can get after it in life, then you want to try the Keuilian Wellness Shot. I used to take 11 different supplements in the morning, things like vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin B12, echinacea, ginger, and a whole bunch more. Now it's all included in the Keuilian Wellness Shot. I want to send you a 30-day supply for 50% off. Just go to Keuilian.com, use the code word Bedros, my name, to get 50% off. You'll also get free shipping. You get a 30-day unconditional money back guarantee, and $1 of every order goes to Shriners Children's Hospital. And when you use the code word Bedros and do the subscribe and save, which is a Keuilian Tribe program, every month you'll get a fresh supply of Keuilian Wellness Shots for an additional 20% off and free shipping, and $1 of every monthly order will go to Shriners Children's Hospital. So go to Keuilian.com, use code word Bedros, and take advantage of this amazing offer. Now back to the show. As men, we need purpose, mission, and a team. And if you think about all three of them, they all at some point had a great sense of purpose, right? Obviously, our warfighter friend, our coaching client, well, he was purpose-driven in terms of going after the bad guys, right? And every night He had the sense of purpose that he needed to fulfill. He joined the military because of 9/11. And when he joined the military, he felt like he was doing something very purpose-driven. And of course, every night he had a mission to go on. And those missions, were something where they would get, kill, capture, gather intelligence, whatever. And then you've got our entrepreneur friend, right? Who built the 9-figure real estate empire and sold it. He was focused on building this giant empire in the real estate industry, because in the real estate industry, it's a 5-year cycle. And so he knew he had a 5-year window. So he's like, I'm going to make this my purpose. I'm going to build this real estate empire and sell it while I still can. And so his purpose was to build this awesome real estate empire. And every day he and all those agents were on a mission to keep getting listings and keep getting customers and raise the revenue for this real estate company, right? And of course, he had the team. Just like our warfighter, he had his fellow Navy SEALs. This entrepreneur had his fellow real estate agents who were just like him, purpose-driven and every day executing on their mission. And they were a team. They all played off the same game plan, if you will. And then you've got our athlete, our pro NFL athlete, right? And of course, they were purpose-driven to win. A football team, every day they go to practice. That's their mission. Every day they play, those days that they play a game, those are their missions with the end goal to get to the Super Bowl. And of course, what did they do? They won, right? And then what happens? All three of them had great team members, whether they're fellow SEALs, whether they're fellow entrepreneurs and real estate agents, or they're fellow pro football players. Purpose, mission, team. But then what happens? Well, then all of a sudden you lose your sense of purpose, mission, and team when you sell your company, when you leave the military, when you leave pro football, or when you just achieve a goal and then you go, man, what else is there to achieve for me, right? And this is when men get into a slump, into a depression, because all men, as John Eldredge says in his book, need a battle to fight, metaphorically, an adventure to have, and a beauty to rescue, right? And so if we don't have our battle to fight and an adventure to have, let's face it, it's all an adventure. It's all a battle, whether you're building a business, you're trying to get to the NFL, you're trying to kill the bad guys, all of it. Your purpose could be something very small. Like maybe you're like, hey man, I want abs and I don't have abs and I got to develop my abs. Great. That could be your purpose. And your mission is what you're going to eat every day, how you're going to train every day. And your team might be the people who support you and hold you accountable. It might be a coach. It might be a workout partner. But in every realm of the world, you can have a sense of purpose, mission, team. And in the absence of purpose, mission, team, a man begins to spiral. A man begins to experience the downfall of who he is, because our identity as men are tied to our purpose, mission, team. And so all three of these guys that I tell you about came to me because they were like, dude, I'm in a funk. I know I'm high speed. I know I've lived a very purpose-driven life, but I don't know what to do next. And so here's my big message to you. One, make sure that always you have a sense of purpose for something. Purpose doesn't have to be your life's big goal. It could be, for the next 90 days, my purpose is to get abs, while for the next 9 years, it is to build this company and sell it. Your purpose could be a great relationship. Your purpose could be raising awesome kids. But what happens if your kids fly the coop? They get older, they're gone, they're off to college, they're off doing their own thing. And then what do? So you have to find another sense of purpose. And this is what I did with all three of these coaching clients. I helped them figure out what their next battle is, what their next adventure is. And this is what I want you to do, because before you leave this current battle and adventure, you better start planning what your next move is going to be, so that you can parlay right into your next sense of purpose, mission, and identify who your team is. Hey man, your team could be a business partner, your team could be a best friend, your team could be your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whoever, but it can't be you solo trying to figure it out in the dark, all by yourself, feeling lonesome, because if it is, that's how we get depressed. That's how men get anxious. And that's how men start to spiral into vices and addictions that end up self-sabotaging and eroding your life. So there you have it, fellas. What are we looking for? Purpose, mission, team. Always, no matter how big, how small, no matter what, you always must have your purpose, mission, team. And if you do, you will win and you will dominate in life. Remember, May 31st in beautiful Anaheim, California at the fantastic Grove Theater. I want you to join us for Bedros Keuilian Live. I'll make sure to leave the link in the first comment here so that you guys can join us for BK Live. Money, meaning self-mastery, over 600 people at the Grove Theater. It will be transformational. If you like this video, like it, share it, subscribe, because 74% of you are not subscribed. And if you like it, share it so that more eyeballs can see it. Love you guys. Peace. Talk soon.